I'm not going to lie, last night I started to spiral pretty bad. I was really stressed about getting ready to go on vacation and getting everything done. And then there was just this one little hiccup, scheduling something for our kids. And I realized that I had forgotten something. And immediately I went into this I'm a failure state. And I could not pull myself out of it. I went to iron. I went to get ready for vacation. Ironing is my happy place. I find it very cathartic. I find it very meditative. And so I thought, this is going to be the thing I do. And as I stood there ironing, I could still not shake the feeling of this anxiety, this worry, this shame, right, of this event, this one tiny little thing. So instead of continuing to spiral, I thought, what can I do in this moment? Because what I'm doing is not working. My stress level is too high. My emotional overload is still too high. And I need to come back down this stress overload curve. So I started to think about what I could do. And I settled on the idea of a simple grounding exercise, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So instead of doing that practice exactly, because I'm not awesome at doing everything as prescribed, I did one thing. Put my hand on top of the hot ironing board. Now, not on the iron. The board was hot because I had been ironing, so I just felt the heat through my hand. I held onto the iron in the other hand and I listened to all the sounds in my house. So I listened to my daughter coloring, I listened to the slight noises of everyone talking, and I just felt what it was like to have the iron in my hand, holding that handle, and the heat on my other hand. The heat started to dissipate from the ironing board, and I took deep breaths as I settled into this moment. Now, I did not go from my level 8 stress level to a 0. It was not an immediate relief. But what I was able to do was get back down from an 8 to, say, a 6. Gave me a chance to settle in a little bit more. Then when I returned to ironing, things settled a little bit more. I was able to concentrate on what I was doing and enjoy it a little bit and get back into that meditative space. Here's the thing, when you practice something like this, you are not going to go from that high level stress down to a 0. There's going to be a mid-step. The advantage to the mid-step is it allows you to then use another tool. So keep going through that toolbox, trying to get down from that 10 or 9 stress level down to a 7 or an 8 so that you can implement something else and get down to a 2. And you can get back into your brain. Our prefrontal cortex starts to come back online. We're able to use all of our facilities to think, our emotional and our logical parts of our brain, and settle back into the moment where we can deal with the reality of the situation and not the spirally chaos.